All right. Just checking. Hey, everybody. We're live on Facebook. Wait till Lightheart here. I guess I got to hit broadcast. There we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome wherever you are. It's Wait till Lightheart live on Facebook, live on Zoom, Prosperity and Health Alliance. And we are talking business tonight. I'm excited. Man, how many, I just got back from Tony Robbins. I told you guys about this a couple weeks ago, or it seems like a lifetime ago, but it wasn't that long ago. And one of the things that I wanted to dive into was particularly on numbers and ways to grow a business and things that happened. And it actually reminded me of something really, really important because it's about how we look at the numbers. So tonight, I'm actually going to share with you a process they took us through. And I've done this process with my business partner by Optimizers, Matt Gallant. He's a world-class business guy, so we've done this process. And a lot of other business people do this process. And it was something that was Tony Robbins actually did this process. He actually did this process because, for you don't know, when Tony was in around 40, he was crushing it around the world. He was world famous. He was known everywhere. He was doing sold-out seminars, and he was going broke. He was going broke because he didn't understand his numbers. He didn't understand the importance between his sales, his revenue, his staff to earnings ratio. And he got himself into a bunch of trouble. And he's like, how come I didn't understand that? And it's because largely he was more focused by impact. And I can relate to that. I'm more focused by impact. Maybe you are too. Maybe you're more focused by the numbers. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, either way of the equation, you got to know your numbers, because if you're not making money, the vision dies, the impact dies, you don't reach enough people, you don't solve enough problems. So what are we talking about? Well, today I'm going to take you through an exercise. I made a big promise up here about how you can increase your business by either 33%, 72%, or even 150% by working how many? Three different areas of your business. And the reality is, if you are in direct sales particularly, and I'm talking to you because if you're in business, the heartbeat of your company is sales. I had a friend of mine one time, he's a very successful business guy. He's like, there's no problem that more sales won't solve. And that's usually true, provided you're delivering the service and things like that. So if you're in the direct sales industry, that's really great. If you're running your own business, that's really great. Whatever business you are, you've got to bring in more sales, okay? And in order to do that, but you're probably leaving 10, 20, 30, maybe even 100% of value, 100% more money on the table that would be mostly profit, because you're not looking at these three areas. And you're like, what? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen here. Let me just close a couple things off. I just did a big drip today. I'm just fired up because I did this super cocktail with Dr. Maximus. We did drips, me and Krista, and it was really, really fun. And man, I am fired up. So I'm just like, okay, how do I turn this on? Because I'm so jacked up, I can hardly contain myself. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. Yep, here it is. I'm going to share my screen. I haven't been sharing my screen that much, but I'm going to do it tonight because you want to know this. So let's see if you guys can share. Can you guys see that? If you can see that, let me know that you can see my screen. I'm not sure if you can see my screen or not. So I need to know if you can see it. Type in the box. Yes, you can. I am seeing that on Facebook. Okay, great. So we're good. Thank you. Yes, we got some people in the chat. Yeah, all good. Great. Okay, so let's move forward with this and get things rocking and rolling. All right. So let's go to play mode. How would that happen? That might help. Play slideshow. There we go. Okay. That should be a little better. Thank you. 3 ways to grow your online business. I don't know why. I always put online business, but you don't have to be an online business. You can be a direct sales. In fact, I'm in the online business, but most of my business stuff that I'm involved in, I'm actually on the phone or on a webinar. That's how I like to make money. So I would say that I'm not a natural entrepreneur. I'm more of a speaker. I'm more of a sales guy. I'm more of a one-on-one or a one-on-a-group or one-on-many or that type of thing. And so that's why this really resonates with me, but I didn't know my numbers the way I could. So here's the thing. There's three. The first thing, the easy, or maybe not the easiest, but one of the first things that you can do when you're getting started on your business is you add 10% more customers. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So first thing you need to know, how many customers have you gotten in the last 12 months? Write that number. So you should get a piece of paper out and write down how many customers you got in the last month. And you're like, wait, I don't know how many customers I got in the last 12 months. That's a problem. If you don't know how many customers you got in the 12 months, how are you measuring your efforts? You're not. You're not measuring your efforts. And sometimes we get so jacked up about going out there and doing things, we're not actually seeing if we're effective. So maybe you're out doing trade shows, maybe you're doing webinars, maybe you're doing one-on-one business meetings. If you're not tracking this information, you're just all over the place. So the end of the day is how many customers you get this year. So if you don't know that number, go get your sheets and figure it out. So write down, I need to know how many customers I got last 12 months, the last 6 months, the last 3 months, and the last month. Okay, because you can see if you're going down or you're going up. If you look and the trend is going down, you're not spending your time on getting new customers. And again, you need to do this. I remember doing this. I remember I got into in the Enagic business. I got to a place where I was working for everybody in my downline, and the reality was I was going around. I was doing lots of events. Some of these events had 100 people. Some had 150. Some had 300 people. But everybody was in the bottom of, like, way down out of my count in the go. So I was making about $20 a sale. Now, I'm not complaining about that $20 a sale, okay? But I was making $20 a sale, and I'm spending 3, 4, 5 nights a week working my business. And I realized, okay, we made 10 sales at this event. We made 15 sales at that event. We made 5 at the other event, and we made another 12 at the other event. Well, what's that add up to? That's 30, that's 40, that's 45 sales I made that month. At $20 a sale, I made $900. And I spent $2,000 in travel, in hotels, not to mention the time cost of that. My business is growing and I'm losing money. This happens to everybody in direct sales. You get to a point, and I was like, Jesus, I need a better plan. This isn't working. I'm working. I'm feeling good. I'm seeing sales happening, but I ain't making no money. I'm losing money, but my business is growing. Oh, what do I need to do? Well, what did I do when I was making more money? Oh, I was getting more customers. So I realized, okay, wait a second. I cannot sustain this. I cannot be working 50 hours a month, 60 hours. I think it was about 60 hours a month in my downline. I was working 60 hours a month in my downline, and I was working no hours in my front end. So I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my training digitally. That's why you're here right now. You're here because I said I needed a better plan. I couldn't be all over the place. So I moved my plan digitally, and I started doing my trainings here online. I started doing my one-on-ones online. So guess what? Here's how this worked out. I said I need to bring in 10% more customers than I did in the first while. But in order to do that, I need to devote more time. So if I devoted 6 hours, so actually what I did is I reversed it. I did 6 hours of coaching to my downline, and I reduced my time, and I cut my time in half. I cut my time to 30 hours, and I spent 24 hours a month on building my brand. Guess what happened? I didn't get 10% more customers. I didn't get 20% more customers. I got 33% more customers. 33% more. and I cut my working time in half, and I actually reached more people through the digital component. So the question is, which one of these what would happen in your business if you got, maybe you know your numbers. So find out your numbers if you don't know the numbers. Ask what would happen if you had 10% more sales. So let's say you sold 10 units last year and you made $1,000 per unit. Okay. Now you made 10% more sales. So you made one more sale. So last year you made 10,000. This year you'd make $11,000. Is that exciting for you? Well, maybe. What if you added 20? Well, I'd add $2,000 more. What if I add 33? Yeah, well, I'd make an extra $3,300 next year. Okay. Well, what if that was 100,000? 10% more if I made, you know what I mean? Like, you can start doing these numbers. Well, guess what? All of a sudden, pick the number that's exciting to you for more customers, and then start devoting your time on getting more customers for yourself. Okay? Direct customers. Direct customers. You need more customers in your business. Okay? It's great having downlines. It's great having uplines. It's great having people in your group. But at the end of the day, you always need to be adding. The best guy at this is Danny D. McCauley. How do we know that? Danny D. McCauley is a 6A 16. He's got 16 6As wide. He's always adding new customers. Cynthia Brigante is always adding new customers, right? Powerful. So how many more customers? Next thing. 2, increase the average per sale. Okay, by 10%, by 20%, or 25%. Well, what's the easy? Well, if you want to increase it by 25%, stop selling SD501s and start selling Enagic K8s. There, you just went up 25% in sales. Or why not add an Ukon? Ask them if they want to get on the Ukon program. It's an extra $2,000 a year, it's $100 a month, right? Keeps you qualified, puts more money in your jeans, adds an extra. You know, look at the products that you have, right? How about, are you promoting the filter sales? Just by promoting the filter sales to your group, you have a list of your group, and every year you hit your group the entire month. You hit them 7 to 9 times in the entire month about the filter sale. Just with the customers you have, you add 10%. You add 10%, right? If you get a Newcon sale at a 1 out of 5 people, you add another 20%. And if you add an Anaspa to 1 out of every 5 or 6 people, or you add an Ukon to every 3rd person, let's say, or every 3.5 people, or 4th person, you're going to increase to 25%. That's it. You just got to ask, hey, you want to add on the Ukon? You want to add on the filters? You want to get, we got a filter sales. We got filter sales twice a year. The bottom line, EAP8 cards. Hey, why don't you say, I noticed that you're buying Ukon. I noticed in this, it's tax deductible, get your EAP8. You get all your downline information. You get all your contacts and information. You get all the things that you need to know. Add that on to tax deduction for your business thing, and it's going to save you when you buy your filters. It's going to save you when you buy your tickets to events. It's going to save you when you buy your Ukon. No brainer. Just by going out there and asking for the sale. So figure out which one you want to do. Do you want to increase by 10%, 20%, or 25%? Which one of those resonates with you? Write it down. Write it down right now. Okay? Now, let's go to the next one. Okay. Oh, we went up. We went up. Remember, first one was add more customers. 10%, 20%, or 33%. Write it down. Second one, increase the amount of sale by 10%, 20%, 25%. Which one do you think those are realistic? Okay. Add a demo machine. Add a travel machine. Throw in a level up. Simple. All right. Increase the order frequency. 10%, 20%, 50%. They're like, wait, come on, man. We got no, like, you know, we sold them a machine. They're not buying another one. Guess what? If you put a promo on, for Anaspas, to everybody in your group, or you put a Level Up R promo to everybody in your group, or you put an Ukon promo to everybody in your group. Get creative. What could you do? Hey, tell stories about, hey, you bought a travel unit. It was so great. We were on vacation. Hey, by the way, it's coming to the end of the year. You need some tax savings. A travel unit's a demo unit. Get a demo unit. Get a demo unit on the road. Buy it as a present. Buy it as a present for somebody in your family that's sick. Right? I brought my parents a water machine. Bought my parents an Anna Spa. We got some for Krista's parents. We turn them out. We get everybody on the water. Get everybody on the Anna Spa. Get everybody on the Yukon. Right? So I'm a great customer. I'm buying machines. I'm buying filters for my family members. I'm buying Ukon for my family members. I'm buying the program. I'm buying the stuff and getting it out there. They tell people, we get it back. I'm spending money to make money, all that sort of stuff. Why not? I'm going to buy them a present anyways. Might as well buy it from my own company. What if everybody in your organization did that? What if everybody in your organization once a year bought a gift, the most amazing gift you can give somebody in the world, a water machine in their business, right? One of the things that we did by Optimizers, we did free plus shipping. We'll give you a bottle. First one's on us. Why? Because we know it works. Why don't you go out and buy some Ukon, give it to people and see if they like it? Why don't you get a demonstration unit of a water machine and leave it in somebody's house and do that every single week? Do you think if you put a demonstration water unit in somebody's house every single week that you would get a difference? What if you went out and bought bags of water? I was down to Fred Brown's place in the desert a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas, and I got some water bags, and I had water bags, and you give water bags out full of water. What if you're doing that? Will you increase the frequency of people buying 10, 20, 50% more? Are you getting people on the yearly Ukon? Right there. That's another $2,000. That's another sale in your business, pushes you up, because some of these businesses are going to be exponential growth. What items can you add? Right? Ask. Market to your group. Market to your organization. Take initiative yourself and tell everybody, hey, you know what? I bought a gift for somebody I love. I bought it for their birthday. Right? It's a demo unit. It's a promo machine. I'm going to hold a raffle at your local church. Whatever. Get creative about this. But you need to be saying, so which one is, let's say do you want to increase your order frequency by 10%? Do you think that if you promote this all year that you would get a 10% increase in buying? Of course you would. How about a frequency of 20%? How about an increase by 50%? Could you do that? Yes, some of you could. The less smaller your organization, the easier it is 50%. The bigger your organization, the more money you would make. So the little bit more motivated you got to be on that, right? Think about this. This stuff works. So this all came from a guy by the name of Jay Abram, and he's a master in business, and he has all these different ways. I'm going to talk about some of his other ways about how to grow a business in another webinar, but the bottom line is think about what items you can add to purchases. Customers always think of the filters. Are you promoting the filters every year? Twice a year, there's a filter sale. Promo it. You get paid on this. EAP8, Ukon reoccurring, Anna Spa, second machine, travel units, all that stuff will make you more money. It'll help more people. So let's look at this. Let's look at the numbers. If you increase your new sales by 10% and you increase the average sale by 10% and you increase the frequency by 10%, 10, 10, 10, you'll increase your revenue by 33%. So if you made $50,000 last year in Enagic, adding this in, you'll add, get this, you'll add another, what, $18,000, $17,000 to your business? What? Really? You made $45,000 last year, you'll end up with 60. That's $15,000. Now, let's say you made $45,000 last year and you did by 20, 20, 20, guess what? You're going to increase by almost 73%. Your revenue the next year, your revenue on the next year, if you're, let's say you're at 50, is going to go up to like, God, 72% is 35. You're going to be about 80, over 80, $85,000 next year. Holy doodle. Now let's say you made 50,000 last year. You increased, you did 15 closes last year. You decide you're going to increase, you go to 20 closes. You increase the average sale by 25%. You stop selling ST501s, you went to K8s. And then everybody in the year, you ask them, get a Christmas gift, get an Anaspa, get a Nukon, DD, you get one of these things, right? Nukon Sigma, one of these things, and you increase the amount of frequency by 50%. Half the people bought something. You'd increase your business by 150%. 150%. You turn that $50,000 year into a $125,000 year, and you move into the 1%. Move into the 1%. That's how simple this is. Now, if you do this year after year, you focus on that, you get better systems, you get more creative, your business will start growing exponentially each and every year. This is the exact strategy that Tony Robbins used to go from being broke, out of money at 40, right, to the time he's 59 now, right? He kept this program. He learned this in his 40. He kept this program. Today, he's in 59 companies, 13 which he is the major decision makers inside that, and his revenues are over $6 billion a year. Now, did Tony Robbins work harder? No. Did Tony Robbins work smarter? Yes. He focused on the things that moved the business. He focused on mining the gold that was already there. And he went from being broke to billions. Now, yes, he's motivated. Yes, he's a great influencer. Yes, he's great sales. But all that wasn't good enough because he wasn't putting his energy in the right places. So many people are busy, 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 busy. I'm so busy, Wade. I have no time. I'm running around doing. No, you're ineffective. And my goal is to cut your working time in half and increase your revenue by 30, 70, 150%. Once you get at this, it's exciting. It's amazing what you can do. It's phenomenal. You can do this. So the question is, which level of growth can you commit to? Write that number down right now. 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20, 33, 25, 50. Know your numbers. Now, so what's the steps? What is the steps to make this happen? Well, it's real simple, right? First off, when are you going to do this? Guess what? It's August. I can't believe it's August 26th. Folks, summer's over. You got a week. It's summer vacation. Kids are back to school. Fall's coming. The leaves are going to fall. Pretty soon it's going to be snowing in half the planet. Now, what do you got to do? First, today, number one, commit to this. Wade, raise your right hand, put your hand on the Bible, whatever you got to do. Wade, I commit to doing this week. Say that. I commit to doing it this week, right? First, I'm going to find out how many customers you currently have. Find out how many customers you currently have. 2, put together a package of options. Find out the customers, create an email on that list, reach out to people, call down that list, call them, email them. Hey, Bob, Mary, got 5 minutes. I'd love to chat with you. By the way, if you've considered your options here, go ask them about it. Now, spend your time on the most important of these eras and cycle through them. So is it more important for you to get 1, new customers, 2, more per sale, or 3, a faster reoccurrence? Probably most of you would be number 1. So if it's number 1, you know, number 1 is one of the big movers. Number 1, if you can get to, if that's your lowest one, commit to the highest amount. If your average per sale, if you're only selling like $4,000 units, start selling $10,000 units. Start selling the home health package or the entrepreneur package, which is the Anaspa, the K8, and the Ukon. Just start asking for the sale that way. That right there increased my business dramatically. More than 25% when we went from just selling machines to selling business packages. Okay? Repurchasing, promoting filter sales, promoting Ukon, promoting E8, P8, promoting these things so that people are buying 2, 3, 4 times a year. If you get the Ukon, they're buying 3 times a year, every year, automatic. Automatic, every 4th month, you're getting an extra bonus check. It's a lot of money. It's moving you over in rank, which then increases the amount of sale that you get, the more commissions that you get. Then you hit those rank bonuses. So there's a compounding effect to all these things. Now, here's the thing, right? Spend most of your time on the most important area that you have to go through. What is the most important area? And then cycle through them. So week number 1, you're focusing on customers. Week number 2, increasing the average sale. Week number 3, frequency. Okay? Next week, to go back to number of clients. Increase customers, increase. And spend your time appropriately. If you got 40 hours a month to work on this business, and customers is what you need to be doing, spend 30 hours a month on getting new customers, 5 hours on your average per sale, and 5 hours on your frequency. Spend the most amount of time on the thing that's going to move your business the most. Now, if you have a big organization, if you got thousands and thousands of distributors in your organization, opening up, asking them to go off and make a purchase for a family member, buy an item for a family member is a great idea. Or promoting the Ukon, the EAP8, getting Anaspas. There was a group doing Anaspa parties with their organization. A group of ladies were doing it. They just killed it. They just made so much. They were selling Anaspas. A lot of people don't have an Anaspa. If you don't have an Anaspa, you need to get one and tell your team about the benefits of getting one after you get it. You're going to love it. And track your results. Track your results. If you don't know your numbers, if you don't know your results, you don't have your business, you have a pipe dream. You don't know what's going on. You're going to be running around, working hard, looking great, putting Facebook videos up and stuff, but you're not doing things. Look, I did this stuff. Like I said, I went from losing money and working hard to making money and working less. Losing money and working hard to making money and working less. Which is better? Is it better to work hard and make less? Or is it better to work less and make more? Work less and make more. Of course, in order to work less and make more, you need to be devoting your time on the area that's going to make the most amount of difference. And you got to teach your teams to do the same thing. And if you do that, your business grows without you. I'm here talking, there's 2,500 people on the Prosperity and Health Alliance. On average, 10% of the people end up watching the video. On average. Sometimes there's only like a few people watching it. Sometimes there's a lot of people watching it. Right? There's 500. Sometimes there's 50. The bottom line is, if I just get 3, 4, 5, 10 people out of that 2,500 to get motivation. Now, I do this webinar every single week. So I do 50 webinars a year, right? And let's say it takes me an hour each time. It's 50 hours. And let's say the average watch is 250. So I did 250 hours of labor, and I do that 50 weeks of the year, okay? So I got 2,500, I got 12,500 hours of training 2 people in my organization, and I only spent 50 hours of work. 50 hours of work. Now, let's say 10% of the people do this. 10% of the people do the 10, 10, 10, and we increase my business by 33% next year. 33% of my business next year. So I can't give the actual revenue numbers because that's illegal, I guess. But let's just look about that. If I make 33% more money next year, I'm going to be really happy. But you know who's really going to be happy? My fiance. She's going to be even more happy because she loves it when I make more money because we do more things together. I'll sit here and do this stuff all day. I'm happy about it. She likes to go places and do things and all that, and she gets me out of the house. Otherwise, I'd just work all the time, being a boring old guy, just kind of lost in here listening to political debates on YouTube and selling water machines and yelling at people online. That's what I do. I like all those things. So the questions, what are your questions? If you have some questions, pop them up right away. I see we got a bunch of attendees up here. Yeah, we got someone here, Wes. So raise your hand if you have a question, and I'll see if I can't get into it. And let's see what we got. So we got someone here, the attendees. So West Coast Alkaline. Let me. Did you have a question for me? Let me see if I can unmute you.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I certainly hear it. What's up? Who am I chatting with?
It's Greg. How you doing?
Hey, dude. What's up?
Not bad. Yeah, just wanted to find out, I guess, more about is it a mass email you're talking just to kind of send out to your downline, or do you want to do that typically a little bit more one-on-one, or how do you go about?
Yeah, great question. So you do both. First off, do you have an email list of all the people in your organization?
Yes.
Beautiful. You're way ahead of the game. Most people don't. How many people are in that organization?
15, I think.
Beautiful. Okay, so you're lucky because you can send out a mass email to 15. I would not recommend emailing more than 20 people at a time. Okay, so one of the reasons that I have everybody on the PH Alliance where you do an opt-in is that I'm not doing a spam. I can send an email out to 2,500 people at a time. Okay, and so those people respond or do things. So you reach out to them by an email, and then you set up a time with each one of those people. When you have an organization at your size, I love it when I remember those days when I was at that size, and it's a really, really fun thing at that level because you do have that opportunity to personalize. So I would send an email out and say, hey, I've got a great new breakthrough for you guys this year. I want to talk to you. Let's set up a time and see who responds. Maybe one or two people will do that. So hit them up 2 or 3 times, schedule some telephone time with them, and then talk about these ideas with them and see which one resonates with them.
Great. Yeah, that sounds terrific.
Yeah, super simple.
Yeah.
Great question.
Thanks, Wade.
You bet. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else got a question here? I should check because if you can put into the I'm going to escape this. We might have some people on Facebook that have questions. Let's see. I'm supposed to go. Maybe not. Let me go to. Yeah. Do we have anybody here on question? Okay, great. Everybody's okay. Okay, no more questions. That's it for this week. So 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20, or 33, 25, 50. Know your numbers. Reach out to your people. Start calling. Start emailing. Start responding. If you have any questions, give me an email. We can walk through the program with you. If you're my organization, I'm happy to help out. We'll take some time, get you rocking and rolling. Go out there, know your numbers. Get out there, promote your business. 10, 10, 10, increase your business by 33%. 20, 20, 20, increase it by 72. And 33, 25, 50, turn your business in 150%. What would you do with 150% more revenue in your business? Probably a lot of things. You can do it. Let's make the last quarter of this year the strongest of the year. We're rocking and rolling. We're going to put the Enagic to the next level. Let's bust through some barriers. Let's break some records in your own life, and let's set ourselves up for a great Christmas. Love all you guys. Can't wait to see you soon, and have yourself a great day.